Hey everybody. I brought y'all down in the canning kitchen today because my husband came home mid-morning at the house because, well, y'all know my husband John. I don't know why I say my husband. Zeta's coming in today. Woohoo! I was watching the weather this morning and our weatherman said that Louisiana is actually breaking a record on how many hurricanes is going to hit our land in a hurricane season since we've been recording it, which is couple hundred years. So I'm just like, wow, you know, that's kind of spooky, isn't it? I know it is. It's something different and weird, but anyway, hurricane season doesn't end till the end of November, so anyway, here we are. It's raining, and because he came in, he said, me and the puppy dog's gonna sit out on the couch and watch us some meaningless television, which translates to, we're gonna take a nap. So I said, okay. I said, well, me and all my friends, we're going to go down into the canning kitchen then, and we'll make some, a treat because it's treat week, right? And the name of our treat is Pumpkin Spice Latte Truffles. That sounds good, doesn't it? I know. I told the little girl in the grocery store when I was buying all the stuff, she's like, ooh, what are you making? And when I told her that, I thought she's just going to fall out. She's like, oh, that sounds so good. So anyway, you know, pumpkin spice latte is very popular this time of the year, so we're going to make truffles. First thing I did, and you can do this in your microwave. I had to do it down here in the canning kitchen the old-timey way over a little boiler, and make a double boiler with this bowl over it, not touching the water, and just slowly heat up. But I did 2 packages of white chocolate chips. And they are 12 ounce, 2 12-ounce packages, okay? Just whichever kind you like to use. And I melted them slowly. And if you're melting them in the microwave, be sure every 30 seconds, get them out and stir them and check it, because you can get hot spots even when you're doing it over a double boiler, and your chocolate will actually seize on you. And I've had that happen many times, so I'm telling you it will. But yeah, I did it real slow. And don't let if you're doing a double boiler like I did, don't let your bowl touch the water, okay? Because that gets too hot and it'll seize. All right, so we got our 2 bags of white chocolate chips melted. Now this looks good in itself, doesn't it? First thing we're going to put is a can of pumpkin puree. And this is 100% pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling, okay? I'm going to hold it up there for you to see. Pumpkin puree, and we are going to put a 1/4 cup in here, okay? It's kind of cool today too with this rain coming in from Zeta. So I wore my jacket down in here. Uh-oh, I dropped a little too much in there. That's okay. Get yourself back out of there. You wasn't invited just yet. You jumped the gun, didn't it? Okay, y'all, 1/4 cup of Nope, I doubled the recipe. This recipe was 1 bag of those chocolate chips. So we're going to put a 1/2 cup. He said, I knew what you was going to do. He was ahead of me, wasn't he? All right, let's put another in there. So we got a 1/2 cup to our 2 bags of chocolate chips. And y'all always say, Amy, where's the recipe written? Well, I don't even have any of these recipes written, about half of them. Some of them I do, and I'll post a picture on there. But I don't, so get you a paper and a pencil, okay? Somebody's got to write it down. I mean, if I hadn't, somebody needs to, huh? All right, guys, so we got a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree in here. And that's going to turn it a real pretty orange color, isn't it? Next, we are going to put vanilla. Vanilla's good in everything. And we're also going to need, let's see, it called for a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla in our single recipe, and because I'm doing a double, so we're going to do a whole teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to do 2 of these little 1/2 teaspoons. There we go. And then we're going to need pumpkin pie spice, and it calls for 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm going to put a whole teaspoon in there. Let's see. I think I can just dip that out of there. That vanilla's not going to hurt anything. No, it isn't. There we go. Pumpkin pie spice has cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice, and it just tastes delicious. Yes, it does. It tastes like the fall, doesn't it? And then the next thing we're going to need, because it's a latte, we're going to need instant espresso. And don't flip if you're like, well, I don't have instant espresso. I know. I used to not have it either. I ordered this on Amazon, okay? Let me hold that up there. And this is actually instant espresso, which is nice and strong flavor. But if you don't have this, you can get instant coffee like Folgers at every grocery store you go to, okay? And so I have used this before. And this is another thing I want to stop and tell y'all. I got this, I ordered this like 2 Christmases back, 2 fall seasons back. And you say, well, that it would go bad. It would if it's in your cabinet, but I stick it in the door of my refrigerator, okay? So it's nice and cold and it keeps it fresh, okay? Because I'm not going to drink this, and I don't want to buy this whole thing and then waste it after one cooking season. So I'm just letting y'all know, stick it in the door of your refrigerator and it'll stay good. I wish y'all could smell this. I really do. And let's see, how much does this call for? It calls for a ½ teaspoon. So we're going to put a whole teaspoon because we're doing a double recipe. Let me get into our espresso. Pretty stuff. This is going to be so good. This is going to taste like those sweet, good drinks we drink. And a little treat. Yeah. And this is going to be all for now. We're going to stir this in really good. I'm sure we're probably not the only southern state that's breaking a record with how many hurricanes we're getting this year. This is our 5th one. Zeta. We about tired of all this. It's just it's a category 1 right now, so category 1s don't scare us too terribly much. Not around here. Not around here in these parts. No, it does not. Isn't that a beautiful color already? I know. It just looks like a little fall color. I want to be sure and I can see down in there looking in the camera with y'all that I still got white chocolate on the side of the bowl, not mixed in good. We want this all mixed in. Stir it up. Stir it up good. I'm dying to taste this, y'all. Y'all want to taste it? Y'all want to cheat? Cheat with me. Let's taste it. I know. All right. Does that look pretty good? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay, y'all. Let's see here. I don't even think yeah, I have a spoon. Yes, I do. Let's taste it. See the color of it? Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Wow, that's good. Oh my goodness, is that good? Yes, it is. Yes. Woohoo, that tastes good. Okay, guys. Right now, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and clean up my little mess. And in the refrigerator, it's going to harden a bit again. And then we can scoop out little truffles and roll them up and put them on a pan. I'm going to grease a cookie sheet too, so we can put them all on there. And I'm going to grease it with butter. Y'all know I'm going to use butter. You could use wax paper or something too. I don't know. I might do that. I might do that. We might do good. I don't know. Maybe not. But anyway, I'm going to do that. Put this in the refrigerator, and then I'll be back. Because after that, while that's cooling, so we can make little truffles out of it, I got some dark chocolate. You see that bag of dark chocolate? And I'm going to get this melting in my double boiler. And we're going to dip these in there, just the bottom of them, so you can still see the pretty pumpkin color on the top. And then I will be back. I'll get y'all back in here with me, okay? I wanted to hop back on here with y'all real quick because I know y'all been hearing me talk about my youngest son and his wife. They're going to have a baby. and they're just acquired a home, and so I've been working on it. And I know a lot of y'all been missing me, but I mean, y'all won't believe what we're having to do. We're literally having to take cabinets down and rip out flooring and carpet, and I'm trying to paint, and my husband and my son are putting flooring down, and then we'll get to another room. We'll have to demolish the whole thing and gut it out, and so it's a lot of work. I'm talking about heavy duty. I am taking before pictures so I can do after pictures, because it's gonna be sweet darling when we get through with it. But when I was over there, there's a shed out back of this home, and this was a lady that John grew up. He would go light her pallets in the winter, and if she had a leaky sink, he would run over there. And I went over there when I started dating John. She was a black woman named Miss Maddie Davis, and he called her Miss Sophie, so I always called her Miss Sophie. But down here in the South, we all have a different name than our God-given name. So anyway, she was a sweetheart, darling, and she lived right beside us. We used to live across the road, and we had a double wide, and we had a shop. Our shop was bigger than our double wide, so yes, we were redneck. But anyway, she would walk over some while we were out in the shop working on a race car. Here's John. Hang on just a second. I'll let him in. Hey, baby.
Hey,
come on in here. I'm recording. I'm telling everybody about this cute little bowl I found over at Miss Sophie's. And I'm dragging it out like I do. But y'all, there's this shed out back that John's going to have to tear down. And my son and Katie, they're going to be able to see one of our pastures out their back door off the big deck that we're putting up there. So they're going to have a gorgeous view. Gorgeous view. The sun sets back there. So anyway, there's this shed. And we said, well, let's go in there and see what's in there. Miss Sophie has passed away some years back, and her daughter lives in California. And so she just let us buy the house as is, just to get it off her hands, and she could use the money. So it worked out good for all of us. But anyway, I went in that shed and I found this. And of course, y'all know it had to come home with me. Of course, it was all dirty, and I washed it up really good. Y'all see, it doesn't have any writing on it, like it doesn't have Pyrex or anything like you would expect, and no measurements on it either. It's just a clear glass bowl. But I love that it's got this handle and this pour spout. I mean, it was like a treasure find to me. And so I brought it home to the Cannon kitchen with us. So not only do we have old stuff from our grandmothers, but we've also got something for Miss Sophie, and she was real precious to John. And she called John her boy. She said, that's my boy right there when we go over there. And he was our boy. So anyway, didn't she call you that, baby?
She did.
She said, that's my boy. But anyway, she lived alone for years and years and years, and we would work on our race car late. It might be a Friday night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and John's rah, 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 rapping on that race car, and I think, oh, Miss Sophie, she's probably ready to strangle us over here. Well, one day she came walking with her cane. She came walking through a little trail over to our shop. And I said, hey, Miss Sophie, come on in, sit down. So she was talking with us. And I said, Miss Sophie, did we bother you at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on Friday night working on that race car? I know it's loud. And she said, oh, darling, no, no, no. When I hear y'all are right here in my backyard in that shop, then I feel safe and I can sleep good for the night. So we actually comforted her being out in the middle of the night. So I thought that was sweet too. So we just miss Miss Sophie. And so I'm so happy to have found something in that little shed that is probably wasn't 2 cents when she bought it, but it's priceless now, isn't it? I know it. So I'm gonna melt my chocolate, my dark chocolate in there for our truffles. And I know that's gonna make Miss Sophie happy. Yes, I do. I'll be back. Hey guys. This has been in there about, how long, baby? About 20, 30 minutes or so while I was cleaning up. John came down here. He brought me a cup of coffee. He brought me a cup of latte. That was sweet of him. Yes, it was. So anyway, y'all see how it kind of gets hardened like that? So I got my big old cookie sheet. That's a big old one, isn't it? And I just sprayed it with some non-stick cooking spray instead of butter. I did better, didn't I? And I'm going to squirt this little scoop too. Melon ball or cookie scoop, whatever you want to say. It's a scoop, isn't it? Alright, got him all lubed up. And then I'm just going to make some balls like this. Truffles. We're making truffles. Like that. And I'm going to keep on scooping all these out. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them. After I scoop them all out, I'm also going to spray my hands like this so they'll be nice and olive oiled up. And then I'm going to kind of just lightly roll them like that to get them round like a truffle. And they don't have to be perfect because truffles aren't perfect, are they? They're not. So that makes them look even more like a truffle. Just like that. And y'all see I got a few to do, so I'm going to keep working at this. And then I'll come back on here and we'll dip them into some chocolate. Okay, guys. We've got them all rolled out pretty as you please. That's a big old sheet in it. I know it. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator and let them get good and cold. And get my dark chocolate chips melted in that sweet little glass bowl. And then we're just going to dip. And I'm just going to dip the bottom half, so half of it is show, because isn't this a beautiful, beautiful pumpkin color? I know. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, guys, just that fast. I got my chocolate melted. And let all of these little truffles cool down. Cool down. Let's see, we got, this is dark chocolate. That way, if your truffles are sweet already, the dark chocolate kind of balances out that sweetness, or it does to me. So then I'm just simply going to dip them in here. Just about halfway. Just like that. So they'll be halfway and still show that pretty pumpkin color. Aren't they a beautiful color? While I was melting the chocolate and letting these cool when y'all were taking a break, isn't that gonna be pretty? My fingers are dipping down in it, I know. My youngest son drove up too, talking to his daddy. He reads water meters too when he's not working for us, so that gives him something to do in the rain, doesn't it? But he was talking to his daddy, getting his advice on stuff, and I got them to taste this pumpkin spice latte truffle mix. I just got a little spoon and dipped some out of that little bowl that we were cooling them. And John Tyler, our son, said that the flavors in this were so interesting. He said it literally comes to your tongue and your taste in that order: pumpkin spice latte. He said you literally taste it in that order too. I thought that was kind of neat. I really did. Y'all see, I had to get a smaller container. I'm going to have to find something pretty to take these to my oldest son Blake's house for Halloween. Right now, I'm just going to stick them in this little disposable container, and I'll come up with something cute. And then, I don't know, we might just take them just like that. I'm going to take, we're going to make some other kind of sweet treat, and we're going to make candied apples. Yes, I've been doing those forever. I do mean forever. And we're going to do those together. Yes, I am. I'm going to do those with y'all. Red candy, cinnamon flavored apples. They're so good. And if I have time, I might make some sort of a chocolate cupcake. I don't know. This might be enough, huh? Because we're also going to make a punch when I get there. I'm hoping to get Addie Lou to make that with me and the grandbabies. But, and y'all know we still got to make that meatloaf monster's foot that I've made before. So we got all kinds of treats we're going to be taking to their house for Halloween. I gave that caramel popcorn to my Aunt Jeannie. She came to Louisiana. She lives in Texas. She came to Louisiana to see her sister-in-law, my Aunt Jeannie's husband. My Uncle Ken passed away recently. And so she's come back to Louisiana just visiting around, checking on her family, getting out of the house, getting away. And so that was a nice treat just to get to see her. And I gave her that big canister of caramel popcorn. And so that felt good just to give that to her. Y'all know I love on people with food. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to do something else. Let me wash my hands and I'll get back on here. Hey, guys. I stuck the rest of our chocolate in this Ziploc bag and I twisted him up. And I snipped the little end. And I'm just going to pipe this on kind of back and forth like that. To make them cute. Can y'all see some I've done? Yeah, aren't they cute? I just thought that'd be a way to finish them off. Make them look kind of pretty. Now I'm going to stick them back in the freezer or the refrigerator. I've just been sticking them in the freezer because it goes real fast, quick. My son came by. He wanted to borrow bolt cutters and a rake because, and this is a precious story I want to tell y'all. He, like I say, he reads meters for a water company around here. And we're thankful he got that job because, like I say, it gives him something to do when we can't work him. And he's got a family on the way any day. But there's a man in there in his little water community that hasn't had water in almost a month. And all the people on his street and then the community got together and paid his water bill, which I think is really, really sweet to do. That's what we're supposed to do. Anyway, so my son, John Tyler, went to him today and he said, they paid my water bill. And so John Tyler said, well, I'll tell you what, let me run to my daddy's and I'm going to get a rake because they don't even know where his water meter is because John Tyler just started doing this. He said, we're going to get a rake and we're going to get bolt cutters from my daddy and we're going to come back and we're going to get your water turned on today. So I thought that was real sweet that the community came together and paid his water bill. And I told John Tyler, I said, his water bill can't be much because he lives alone. So I said, next time you know that he's going to get on the cutoff list, let me know because I want to pay his water bill. I want to help too. And John and I pray every night for God to send us anybody that might be in need that we know of. And there's so many just right here around us, our next door neighbors. I mean, honestly, anywhere you look, if you look, somebody's in need, that's for sure. So anyway, if I can, I want to help on his water bill too. But I thought that was real sweet. So he's headed back in this rain that Hurricane Zeta's pushing in here. But he said, we're going to find his water meter today and we're going to get that turned back on for him. I hate just knowing anybody's going without water. And I know lots and lots and lots of us are doing stuff like that. And it's sad. But anyway, that one has a real good ending. He's going to have him some fresh water today. So I was happy about that. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. But y'all see how pretty and cute they turn out? Don't they look good? I am going to get these. You see these little paper cups I got? I bought these at Walmart or the dollar store. I don't even remember where. Probably the dollar store. 98 cents for a package of 100 of these little cups. And they're just going to be perfect for these little truffles. Isn't that just precious? So anyway, I'm going to get the rest of them done. Y'all know they're sitting all of them. And then I'm going to put them in little cups and get them packed up to take to my son's house. And I hope all of y'all have a good rest of the afternoon. Now I got to figure out what I'm cooking for supper, y'all. I've been thinking about that while I was in here doing these. Like, I think I'm going to make roast beef po' boys, where I make the roast beef gravy to go with it and some homemade French fries. And I've done that before with y'all on here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go make roast beef po' boys with gravy tonight for supper. Something quick and easy, but still comforting, huh? All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Aren't these just so sweet? Don't they look so pretty and cute? Yes, they do. show y'all one up close how cute he is. So cute. And of course, we've got to taste one. Y'all knew I wasn't going to leave y'all without tasting one. No, I wasn't. He's going to be a lot. I never sit and eat a whole treat like this. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. When you first bite into it, it tastes just sort of caramelly like. And then the more you get to chew and you get the pumpkin and all the spice, and that latte just mellows it out at the end. So good. Anyway, I put these in their little papers, and I didn't like how all you saw when you looked down at them was the white, so I turned the little papers wrong side out. That's the way I live, wrong side out. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to show y'all how cute they turned out. And they're so good. They're so good. So if y'all want to, go make these for a Halloween little treat, huh?